going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Appreciate you guys tuning into this one. Wanted to show you guys a little bit of a recap of some of my favorite pieces that I picked up over the spring and summer season this year. Some of these I've only had for a few days, some of these I've had for a few months, and there's just a bunch of stuff in between, a lot of stuff that I haven't shown you guys on the channel. And I think a follow-up video to this one is going to be my entire closet, every single piece that I own. So that video is going to take a while to film, but I think it'd be a really cool video to put up on this channel before the year ends for sure, at least, and give you guys a more in-depth look at some of the other pieces in my closet other than the ones that I show you guys that I style every week, especially because a lot of the pieces that I style are pieces that I really enjoy, so I'll wear them more frequently. Whereas a lot of the pieces in my closet you guys have never seen because they've never really seen the internet or the light of day. So I think that'd be a cool video to film. Let me know what you guys think about something like that down in the comments. But again, just gonna get right into some of my favorite pickups from the spring and summer season. So let's get right into it. So starting it out with this first piece, this is one of my most worn t-shirts in my entire closet right now. This is a Common Hype tonal blank and officially dropped a few months back. Completely plain, no graphics of any sorts, just a small embroidery hit on the back of the neck right here. And we went with a more boxier cropped fit on this. I really enjoy the way that this one fits me. I wear this one all the time along with the other two colors, to be honest. But the gray one definitely got the most use and one of my favorite pieces in my closet right now in general. Next piece is gonna be this Kith Tokyo Olympics graphic tee. If you guys didn't know, Kith recently did an entire Olympics collection for the recent Paris Olympics. And with that, they went back and basically did graphics on all the countries where the Olympics were held in previous years, one of them being the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. So it's just got the Japanese red circle on the top with the Olympic rings. It's got a little badge right here at the bottom as well sewn in, and then you just got the same front graphic on the back of it. So I wanted to pick up two of these. There's only one left in stock. Shout out to the homie Colin for hooking it up with this one. But I wanted to get one for my brother and there was only one left. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and gift this one to my brother. Really sick tee. If you guys didn't know, my family is Japanese, so hopefully my brother likes this one. And I just thought this one was a pretty cool pickup. Kith did a really cool collection for that one, so wanted to pick up something from that drop. So this next piece right here is a vintage Harley graphic. This is the back and this is the front of it. Shout out to Crystal for hooking me up with this one. She bought this one in a big lot of vintage that we bought for the store, and going through it, she pulled this one aside for me. She figured I would want it, and she was definitely right. I think this is a sick piece. I love the wash on it. Fits me really great as well, and just really like the colors on the front graphic of this one. It's tagged as a 1996 piece, and this is on an original Harley tag, made in USA. Super happy to pick this one up. I don't pick up Harleys too often anymore, but if it's something like this that stands out in a way, or it's just different from some of the existing pieces that I have, I'm definitely quick to jump on it. So pause. I'm definitely quick to add it to the collection. So this is a really sick Harley that I was able to pick up a few weeks back. So I'm moving on to one of the three sneaker pickups for the summertime this year. This one you guys have seen on the channel. I've styled these before. If you guys missed that video, I'll link it down in the description, but this is the Nike Foamposite, the original pink colorway from 2015. Damn, 2012 was when these were produced. So these might have dropped 2012, 2013. But either way, if you guys were into sneakers around that time, you guys know kind of what this shoe did to the sneaker game, and especially at the time where foamposites were really hot, this pink colorway was just one that everyone wanted to get their hands on. And because they were so expensive back then, I definitely wasn't spending money like that on shoes. Definitely not foams in any way, but being able to pick these up for $100 in a really, really good condition, no box, earlier this summer, pretty much a no-brainer. So really happy about the pink Foamposite pickup. Let me know down in the comments if this one brought up any nostalgia for you guys as well. Also, I was gonna ice the soles of these to kind of unyellow them a little bit, but after consideration and somewhat of a lack of patience and not wanting to wait for that to get done, I figured I would just leave them yellow. Gives them a lot more character and just kind of shows that this is one of those OG pairs. Took me a while to get everything for this video ready, and I haven't eaten today, so I'm gonna take a quick lunch break. As you guys know, I use fashion as an outlet to make myself not only look good, but feel good as well. And the same goes with my nutrition and my diet and the food that I'm putting in my body to also make my body, again, feel and look the best that it possibly can. And thankfully, that job is made a whole lot easier thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Factor. All Factor meals are chef curated and dietitian approved. Some of you may be thinking, well, Bri, I'm on a low calorie diet or a keto diet or a vegan diet or whatever it may be. Factor has considered all of those and has accommodations for anyone's lifestyle or dietary restrictions with over 35 rotating menu options every week, which I believe helps in finding a meal for literally anyone. Another one of my favorite aspects of Factor meals is that they have a premium ingredients menu, which features things like filet, truffle butter, shrimp, which are just some of those more elevated ingredients outside of some of the more standard stuff. So you do have even more options, which kind of allows you to get away from the takeout food and just quick drive-through food, which when you factor in all the added costs of delivery services nowadays, you're really getting a better deal with Factor. Not to mention, you're heating this thing up in 2 minutes. These are fresh, never frozen meals, and I'm really excited to take this one down. We got the loaded bacon shredded chicken for the one time today, so pop this in there for 2 minutes. Oh, this is smelling too good. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking good. Factor has allowed me to offer you guys an amazing deal with 50% off your first Factor order and 20% off your first month with Factor. Thank you to Factor for sponsoring today's video. I'm about to grub. You guys enjoy the rest of the video. So this next piece is obviously not a summer garment by any means, but I wanted to show this piece because it just recently came in the mail a few weeks ago. This is one of our 2 fall winter hoodies for Common Studios. And this was the second sample that we received of this hoodie. The first one was not done overly well, so we had it remade. And honestly, I couldn't be happier with how the final piece came out. So this is, again, one of the 2 hoodies. And as you guys can see on the front, you have the upper half of the common star woven into the pattern of this hoodie, leaving you with kangaroo type pockets on the front. It's gonna be hard for you guys to get a gauge on this piece just from me sitting down and talking about it, which is kind of why I didn't want to show it yet, but I was really excited to get it in and I am really happy with it. So I just want to give you guys a quick preview of it. You have the star woven into the pattern of the hood. You also have that same star detailing on both of the elbows. And like I mentioned, on the front, you have the kangaroo pockets with a full custom pattern on the front panel and also the back panel, because the star wraps around the entirety of the hoodie. And it finishes in the back, leaving you with like this extra little back panel as well. So a full cut and sew sample of one of our hoodies. Really excited to release these later this year and talk to you guys more about them. We've just been wear testing this one recently. I'm actually gonna wash test it after this video just to make sure that the shrinkage is what we intend it to be and that these hoodies aren't shrinking, but because of the special wash that this got, they're basically already pre-shrunk, and the way that these fit is really money. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted this on my story a few weeks back and got a lot of good feedback on it. So really excited for you guys to see more of these in the future. Just quickly wanted to show that because this did come in a few weeks ago and it's been really hard for me to bite my tongue about these. So the next pickup is the piece that I'm actually wearing right now. It's a Jesus tee, an all over print. So I'll show you guys the back here in a second, but it says His blood for your salvation. There's actually a typo on this one. It's supposed to say for your salvation. It says for you salvation, but either way, a pretty sick t-shirt. As you guys can see, it's got like the full print across the back, and I picked this one up about a month ago. This was a super fire piece. I think I paid around 20 for this one, which honestly isn't too bad because vintage Jesus tees, especially with the back graphic like the one I have on, people will charge, you know, a couple $100 for. So I was just really glad that this one was an easy cop, and I'm a follower of Christ, so this was a pretty no-brainer pickup and one that I thought was just pretty sick. So all of these t-shirts, this crew neck, these 3 t-shirts, and this t-shirt right here are all no fear pickups that I've made, honestly, not even over the entire summer, more so just in the past month or so. So shout out to the homie Des for hooking me up with most of this stuff, Crystal as well. And then this first piece that we'll talk about at the top of the pile was actually gifted to me by a subscriber at a sneaker event. So while I was in New York a few weeks back, I met a fan who has been watching the channel for a really long time. He personally started a No Fear collection based off of seeing the videos and seeing the stuff that I was collecting, which I thought was really cool. And he also brought some tees to the event that he had. He just wanted to show me some of his personals. And I told him this one was really sick. I have a rendition of this one, but not the exact one. And I just thought this one was really tough. And he was really, really adamant on gifting me one of them. I tried to pay him for it as well. He didn't want to be paid for it. He wanted to gift it to me. So shout out to the homie who gifted this to me at the event. You got the back graphic right here. It says, "It ain't the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog," with the little dog graphic right here. I've received a handful of No Fear items from fans and subscribers over the past few years, and I really appreciate it every time it happens. So thank you to the homie who gifted me this one. Can't wait to style this one in a future video. Moving on to the crew neck real quick. This is a navy blue piece. I have 2 other versions of this exact crew neck, but they're in 2 different colors. So I have a black one and a beige one as well. This is the navy blue. You have the eyes embroidered into the neck like they always do. It says "does not play well with others" on the front with the little No Fear badge. And this one fits me a little bit smaller, but I just figured since I already have the other 2, I couldn't really pass this one up. So hopefully this is a piece I can fit into the wardrobe later this fall if it still fits me by the time I get around to wearing it. And I just thought this one's a really cool one to have because I do have, again, those other 2. So this next one right here is a different version of the one that the homie gifted me in New York. Same saying on the back, but the graphic is completely different. And you have the dog kind of hiding inside of this graphic as well. So this one's on a heathered gray tee. So this next one is one of the 2 No Fear tank tops that I picked up recently. Back of this one says "Face your fears, live your dreams." And then you got like a little beige No Fear hit on the back of this one. Only thing about this tank compared to the other one is the cut of it. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with this because one of the cuts is here. The other one's cut all the way down here. So probably not gonna wear this one too much, but I guess it's just a cool one to have. I was really pumped about this one. It's one of their more basic t-shirts. You just have the same No Fear emblem on the front and the back. But you guys know I'm a big fan of blue outerwear and blue t-shirts, so I just kind of had to have this one to say I had another blue one. Really sick piece though. I like the hit of red in it and it fits me really well, so can't really go wrong with that one. This next No Fear piece is a pretty cool colorway. It's on this kind of like seafoam green type colorway on the upper, and then you got this bronze and gold hit on the back. It says, "It will invade your dreams, it will shatter your reality, it'll dominate you if you let it." That one's a banger, super sick pickup. Picked that one up at the same time that I picked up this tank top, which I've actually got around to wearing, and I think I actually styled this in my last video. This No Fear training tank top. Really just like the natural distressing around the neck of this one. And then you got a little graphic on the back as well. On the center, there's actually one more tank top. This one is one of my favorites of the month for sure. It says "Fear is in the eye of the beholder." You got the No Fear graphic on the back of this one, and just a really nice black wash. Keep in mind as I'm going through some of these, I probably spent less money on clothing this summer than I have compared to recent summers, but because I bought so much vintage and not really shopping retail all that much these days, I'm not really spending as much as you would think I'm spending, or typically I do spend. So, and especially because I really love these pieces, I get a lot of wear out of them. When you're spending, 40 bucks on 3 t-shirts as opposed to, that Kith tee, for example, which was an $80 retail. I essentially got 6 to 8 t-shirts for the price of the one Kith t-shirt when you really break it down. Some of these pieces I may not wear as much, but I'm not really paying that much for them. Next tee, I actually might end up selling this one because it is bigger, but I did like the graphic on it. It says the older I get, the better I was. I think I have maybe 3 or 4 other t-shirts that have this same style graphic on it with the same saying, but they are all slightly different. And because I'm just a collector more than anything, some of these pieces I see and I just think it'd be cool to add to the collection. So may end up selling that one, may not. This one right here, I don't want to show you guys. You'll probably see it in a future video because that is a gift for someone. This piece I picked up at a local vintage event in Phoenix. It's just like a Mexico tourist tee. The reason I picked this one up was just because the frogs on the front. One of them is holding like a sawed-off shotgun. The other one has a Glock. The other one has a machete. They're just chilling on barbed wire. So picked this one up for like 5, maybe 10 bucks. But I thought the graphic on it was pretty cool. It ended up fitting me really nice as well. So right here is 5 or 6 pairs of Common Hype's recent mesh short drop. We came out with some really sick styles that we had been sitting on for a little bit, and one of our boys, Vinny, put together a pretty cool pack as well. So we just recently dropped these, and I've basically just been hooping in these, working out in these as well. You guys know I don't wear mesh shorts too much as it goes, but anytime I'm trying to be comfortable or I want to work out, these are always my go-to shorts. So these are just some of the styles. This gray paisley is probably my favorite from the drop, from the paisley collection, and then this one right here is probably my favorite from the all over prints. So Really sick collection. Just dropped those, commonhype.com if you guys want to shop. And best workout short in my opinion. I don't really hoop or work out in a short that's not a Common Hype mesh short. So moving on to another sneaker. This is the Asics Gel 1130, I believe. And this is in the cream kale colorway. I'm not sure why, but this pair resells for about $500. I paid $100. They came in store used, no box, and we got a super good deal on them, and I ended up keeping them for the toe. You guys know I have my yellow Kith Asics that I don't wear all that much, but we just dropped a bunch of shorts in this green colorway. I do really enjoy working out in my other pair, so because these are used, I'll probably work out in these as well. And other than that, I really just enjoy the colorway. I have a lot of white and green shoes, especially when I'm leaning toward a white sneakers towards the fall season. So I can just see this being an easy airport shoe, throwing this on with a pair of sweatpants, and overall just being a really comfortable silhouette. Really happy with these. Not sure why they go for 500, but there's a lot of Asics out there. Very similar colorways or completely different colorways that also just look really good that are pretty affordable right now. So couldn't recommend this shoe enough. I think this one's really sick, and I got a really good deal on it. So I kind of debated showing you guys this piece because I don't know if it'll ever come to life, or if it does, it's gonna be a while. But I figured because you guys have been so invested in kind of the behind the scenes process of what we're doing at Common Studios that I would show this to you guys. This is a sample mesh jersey that we had get sampled many months ago. This just came in. I don't know why it took them so long. It is a full custom pattern. So this is not something where they take something that's existing and can just print on it, because of the way that we wanted the paneling to be specifically, especially with making sure that the star got interwoven into it, which is what you guys see on this side panel right here. It took a long time to put together. I just wasn't happy with the quality of the mesh that they put it on. I wasn't happy with the quality on how all the stitching was finished. The embroidery is honestly pretty solid. They did mess up the colorway slightly. These 4 stripes right here were supposed to be in a contrasting cream colorway, which they just came in the basic white. We did this captain's patch right here. So we took the normal C and made it the common C with the stars. I think it's one of the highlight features on it for sure, if you kind of know what you're looking at. And yeah, it didn't come out bad by any means. It just didn't come out to the standard that we wanted it to. You also have the commons embroidered on the back where someone would basically have their last name. But yeah, just overall not happy with it because of how the star looks on the side. It's just cut off at the top and bottom. So I wanted to find a way to make it more flush and basically scale the star to the size of the size panel, which I know can be difficult, but I also know that it's possible. So I don't really want to settle with dropping something like this until it's exactly how we want it, which is essentially why we haven't dropped all that much for Common Studios, is because we are so detail oriented and so picky about the smallest little details that causes a disruption in our timeline and when we want to release products and how many products we release, and so many different factors behind the scenes that again don't really get talked about much. But this was just one of those pieces where we have a really cool sample for it, but it still needs a lot of work for it to be at our quality standard. And so until then, it'll just kind of be something that stays a sample, which is frustrating because this was actually the Common Hype Common Studios first ever collaboration, and this was going to be for our 4-year anniversary for Common Hype coming up here in September, and hence the reason for the number 4 on it. But this is just not looking like it's going to get done the way we want it before then, which is really frustrating. But also have this little tag right here, shows in collaboration with Common Hype 4-year anniversary. I mean, it's a really cool piece. It's just not what we wanted. So we're gonna continue to work at it, and at some point put out a really cool jersey that's exactly how it's meant to be put out. So Common Studio sample jersey, some work to go, but still a really cool piece. This t-shirt I picked up on a $10 rack at a vintage event. There's nothing really crazy about this one. The wash is really good, it fits me really well, but I just thought it was a tough piece. This is an Audi Academy t-shirt. You got the Audi graphic on the back. A7, A6 launch. I'm honestly not really into cars, so couldn't tell you much about this one, but anytime I wear this, people that are into cars will say something to me, especially my boy Hayden at the store. So I really enjoyed this piece. Again, a really sick piece that I paid around 10 bucks for. Now, you guys have seen this one on the channel before, but I haven't showed you guys the alternate colorway. These are a few samples that came into the studio a few weeks back now, and these are some long sleeves that we're running for Common Hype Fall Winter. and I've been wearing them around the house and just wear testing them because this is our first time doing a long sleeve like this, and I'm really happy with them. They're super comfortable. I like the more oversized fits, so I sized up in them. I think they fit really well. The black one has a wash on it, which looks pretty incredible. Completely gradients on the sleeve, so this down here is just complete jet black, and then it goes up into the fade of the rest of the shirt. Colors on this graphic look really good. Really love the blue and white alternate version as well. And these were two really sick pickups that were made this summer that I'm excited to officially release later this year. As you guys know, I had to throw this one in the mix. These were my two favorite, most worn shorts over the summer that we dropped earlier this summer. These are the Common Studios Japanese canvas double knee shorts. The embossing on the back pocket, all of our custom hardware in the rivets, this back metal tab right here. Our front button came out amazing. Still a few pairs of these online, but we're down to kind of just the last little bit of our inventory now. Really proud of how these sold, really proud of how much work went into making these shorts really perfect for you guys, and ultimately seeing you guys out and about wearing them has been really cool to see. So had to throw these in the mix because they were a spring pickup. Trying to wear these as much as I can before it starts to get a little colder out. This is arguably my favorite vintage tee that I picked up this spring and summer season. You guys have seen this on the channel, probably my Instagram, and wherever else I honestly wear it. I've been wearing it a lot. This is the No Bozos graphic tee with the clown in the middle. This is a 1983 t-shirt. Honestly, just can't go wrong with this one. Really like the colorway on this one as well. Makes it easy to wear with most things and fits me really well. And the craziest part about this one, again, I think I paid maybe 10 to 15 bucks for this, so a really sick pickup for sure. My last sneaker pickup that I'll talk about in this video is the Converse Sky High Farms collab. You guys can see they swapped out the star with their logo right there. You got the strawberry and the moon. These were made all out of upcycled workwear. Upper was basically a pair of old Carhartt pants that they used as material, scrap material, and literally made the shoe out of it. So thought the concept for this one was really cool. We upcycle workwear as well in the studio. So this was just one that I kind of had to get behind. And I thought the logo on it was super sick. I'd never really heard of Sky High Farms. It wasn't their first collab with Converse. They've done a bunch of other ones in the past, but I don't have any khaki or beige ones like this. So I figured it'd be a great time to pick up a colorway like this and ultimately just be a first-time customer for Sky High Farms and Converse. So really love this shoe. Been wearing them quite a bit lately, and probably gonna wear these a lot more in the fall winter season this year. Last but not least, we have the Niagara Falls tee. Says, please tell your boobs to stop staring at my eyes. I've been really big on t-shirts that kind of say crazy shit on them over the past few years, and this was just another one to add to the collection. Really funny t-shirt. It was pretty long, so I ended up cutting it. And again, I think I picked this one up for maybe 20 bucks on the high end, probably more closer to 10. But yeah, it was a really cool t-shirt. I definitely advise you guys to kind of get around in your area, wherever you may be at, find local vintage events, because there are so many out there. Especially here in Phoenix, I find about new ones all the time. So getting out there, finding stuff on the racks makes it more enjoyable, and it's a lot cooler when you find the piece yourself versus just scrolling on a website where everyone else is looking at the same thing, kind of going and finding your own stuff in the wild, going to your local thrift stores. Really cheap alternative, as well as it's just more of an experience. So those are some of the pieces that I picked up this spring and summer. If you guys want to see more of them, let me know down in the comments below. I still have some stuff upstairs that I didn't include in this video because I didn't want this one to take too long, but ultimately look forward to seeing the entire closet in a future video, which I'm really excited to film, and probably gonna start knocking that out here in the next week or so. I'm gonna be in LA next weekend, so look forward to a pretty cool video coming out probably towards the end of December for that trip. With all that being said, that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you guys leave a like, sub to the channel, and leave a comment down below. I'll be responding to all your guys' comments. Appreciate the support as always. Love you guys. Peace.
JP.